In this video, I'm going to take a deep dive into the myth of being lonely when you get sober. I lost friends, spent numerous weekends in alone, and it even went as bad as spending Christmas Day and New Year's Eve by myself. And to top it all off, I've been single for almost 15 months, which is the longest period ever in my life. But don't panic. Make sure you stay to the end because I'm going to explain to you why it's not as bad as it seems. And in fact, it's a blessing in disguise and it will help you get everything you want out of life. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because there's a lot of people out there who think that when we give up alcohol, we are going to become lonely. And they think this because, now, don't just take my word for it. I've had numerous people reach out to me and say to me, Ben, I want to quit alcohol, but I'm really worried if I do, I'm going to lose my friends. Please don't tell anyone. So it's a topic that needs to be covered, and I believe there's a lot of guys out there who do feel lonely. Maybe they don't have a partner, they don't have a good social group, and they might drink because they feel lonely. They go to the pub, they want to be surrounded by people, or they don't want to leave their group of friends. So they fear if they actually stop drinking, which will improve their life, they're going to be lonely. So this is why I'm making this video. Now, my friend actually said to me that he was worried about losing friends. So this is a very, very important topic. I gave up drinking 4.5 years ago. Quite simply, it wasn't serving me. Nothing really bad happened on this occasion when I stopped drinking, but I just remember it was a Sunday afternoon and I was watching UFC. I'd been out on a Friday night, been out on a Saturday night, and now it was Sunday, and was doing cocaine, was drinking, and I just cracked. I said, I can't do this anymore. I said to the guy that I was with, I said, I'm not doing it anymore. I said, I'm done, no more drugs or alcohol. He just looked at me and just sort of like gave me that face that, yeah, I've heard this a million times. But I was serious. I was absolutely well and truly done. I just don't know why. 30 years of age, and I just thought, I've had enough. Like, I don't have the life that I want. I'm doing a job that I don't want. I'm living in a caravan park doing electrical regional work to get my third-year visa. I don't want to be here. Like, do you want to be where you are in your life at the moment? Ask yourself this question. Is this really what you had planned out for your life? I'm guessing you're probably round about maybe 30s to 40s. Probably, if you go deep into why you're in the position that you're in, you could probably trace it back to alcohol and drugs. So anyway, decided to stop there and then. So what follows next is the world went a bit crazy, broke up with my ex-girlfriend at the time, so kind of on lockdown, and yeah, just a weird time in a different country because I moved from the UK to Australia. And basically what happened was there were a lot of weekends that I spent on my own. Didn't have the usual go to the pub or go to house parties. One, because it was that time of the year and it was hard to do so. And two, because when I could, I didn't really align with my goals. I was waking up early in the morning, I was going to bed early, and being around drunk people and people who were taking drugs when I had stopped, it just didn't seem fun anymore. So I want you to ask yourself this question. You might be worried about losing friends. If you stop drinking, you might think that they're not going to support you, or they're going to think that you think that you're better than them, which isn't true. In fact, you just want a better life for yourself. Is losing these people going to be a good thing or a bad thing? If these people don't support you, does that show their true colors? Are you actually worried about what these people will think if they don't want the best for you in the first place? Now, what happened was when I had all these lonely weekends, they basically stopped being lonely after a while. I was enjoying spending time myself. I started working on my body. I found personal development. And eventually, I created the space in my life to be able to meet more interesting people with bigger and better ideas. And that led me to start my first business, which previous Ben, who went out every single weekend, maybe on a Thursday as well, Friday and Saturday, drunk, did cocaine, laid on the sofa hungover, and basically just showed up to the world with maybe 50% up until the following Wednesday. That would have never been possible for me. So what happens is, you think that having no one to go out with is a bad thing because you're going to be on your own. But what this does is it actually allows you to take a deep dive into what you really want out of life. I'm not praying, by the way. I don't know how this happened. But yeah, it just basically allows me to look inwards and see what's not going right in my life. And I've been able to correct a lot of problems. If I was stuck in the same rut of going out to pubs, I would never be where I am today. Even if I'd stopped drinking and I'd still stayed friends with all them people, and I still went to nightclubs, I still went to house parties, and I still went to bars and pubs every weekend, my sleeping would still be ruined. I would not meet any more interesting people, and I would still be ruined because I'd be staying out late, probably drinking Red Bull, sugary drinks. So it's not as bad as it seems. If you are struggling with drinking, I have left the Black Print. It's a free PDF, link is in the description. Very, very good. What I will say to you, you're probably struggling with quitting alcohol. You're wrestling with the idea of sobriety and you're thinking, is this for me? I've tried before, it hasn't worked. What's the point in trying again? The Blacklist is basically there to make you angry. It's meant to make you look at your life, really create a hate list of everything that you hate in your life, people, situations, and use that as unlimited motivation to be able to get you to where you want to be. Now, I promise you, you have basically not stayed sober long enough. You may have had 3 weeks off, 4 weeks off, but the truth is, eventually, you will always go back to drinking twice as hard. I always used to do it myself. I'd be so good for 4 weeks, I'd be like, wow, I've been fresh for 4 weeks. Then I would go out on one weekend, then I'd go on a massive bender. I'd probably spend like maybe over £1,000, ruin loads of relationships. And then I might as well have just gone out every single week for those 4 weeks and just moderately drunk, because the damage I did in 1 week was enough to wipe out an entire month's work. So ask yourself the question, do you want to get the life that you really, really want? Do you want to be able to be in the groups with the people who are going to help motivate you get to the place you want to be? Or do you want to be in the pub with people you don't have stuff in common with, doing the same stuff that you've always done, which has got you the results that you have now? Or do you want to maybe create a little bit of space, let go of some people who aren't meant to be in your life for the better, endure a little bit of loneliness, and then develop this superpower, which is being able to spend time on your own and not needing anyone or anything? Ask yourself that question. I know for myself personally, I can just happily stay in, work on my business, doesn't bother me. The people I meet are quality. This goes for women as well, guys. You know, if you're going out drinking and you're taking bad women home, then, you know, you need to think about the people you're letting into your life as well. You know, you might have people in your life now who are not good for you, but if you let the wrong people in, then you know, you're gonna do more damage to your life. So stop drinking, learn to spend time on your own, start new hobbies, start a business if you don't have one already, or maybe you can learn more skills and work yourself up in your professional life. But yeah, thanks, and I'll catch you on the next one.